dears, this is Raji. We are learning the chapter Analytical Chemistry. You know that from this chapter you will be getting questions related to your practical part also. Mainly they will be asking questions what will be the observation of the reaction. In order to answer this kind of questions correctly, I will tell you some tips today. Okay. Lead chloride, barium sulfate, silver chloride are the stars of analytical chemistry, I will say. What's the reason? If you're memorizing some extra points related to these compounds, you will be able to answer a number of observation questions also. So let's see what's so special about lead chloride, barium sulfate and silver chloride, and after that I'll show you the board questions also related to that. Okay. Suppose you are carrying out a chemical reaction in which lead nitrate solution is mixed with dilute hydrochloric acid. Lead nitrate is a clear solution. Even hydrochloric acid also is an aqueous solution. But after mixing these two solutions, immediately you can see a white precipitate of lead chloride. Along with that, nitric acid also will be formed. But that remains in the solution only. It is an aqueous acid, right? Yes. But what is so special about this lead chloride? Whenever you are getting lead chloride as a result of a chemical reaction, they will be asking you one question. What will be the observation of the reaction? Okay. So, how you will write the answer? A white precipitate that is insoluble in cold water but soluble in hot water. Okay, so if the reaction is carried out in aqueous medium, after getting the white precipitate, if you are heating the test tube, what will happen? This white precipitate dissolves. Agreed? Okay, so you should remember about lead chloride. Now, you are carrying out another reaction in which you are mixing some barium chloride solution. It is a clear solution with some dilute sulfuric acid or sodium sulfate solution. All sodium salts are soluble, we said. Correct? Yeah. If you are mixing both the solutions, what will happen? You will be getting barium sulfate. Immediately, you can see a white precipitate of barium sulfate. Along with that, some sodium chloride also will be produced. As all sodium salts are soluble in water, sodium chloride will remain in the solution only. Correct? Yes. But what's so special about barium sulfate? Whenever barium sulfate is produced as a result of a chemical reaction, you will be getting the question, what will be the observation of the reaction? Okay. So you can add one more extra point. A white precipitate insoluble in all mineral acid. What do you mean by that? If you are adding hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and even sulfuric acid also, this precipitate will remain insoluble. Correct? No? Yeah. So you should remember that. Okay. Suppose you are carrying out another chemical reaction in which you are taking little bit of silver nitrate. To that you are adding dilute hydrochloric acid. Both are clear aqueous solution. Okay. But after mixing, what will be the observation? Immediately you can see a white precipitate of silver chloride. Along with that, some nitric acid also will be produced. Nitric acid will remain in the solution, whereas silver chloride will be appearing in the form of a white precipitate. So whenever silver chloride is produced as a result of the reaction, you can add one more extra point to that. A white precipitate that is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution you should write. So these will be coming as a part of your practical work, but definitely you will be getting questions related to that. So if you could memorize this extra point related to lead chloride, barium sulfate and silver chloride, you won't be making mistakes in that observation questions. So let's see the questions. See this one. All these are board questions. I have snipped this question from previous year's board papers. Read and find out. State your observation when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to lead nitrate solution and the mixture is heated. Okay, write and see. We have lead nitrate solution. To that we are adding dilute hydrochloric acid. What will be the product obtained? Now only we have written, right? See, it will be lead chloride. Along with that, nitric acid also will be formed. Lead chloride is a white precipitate. They are asking what is the observation of the reaction. So how you will write the answer? A white precipitate is formed as a result of the reaction which will be insoluble in cold water but soluble in hot water. So after getting the precipitate, if the mixture is heated, what will happen? The precipitate dissolves, you should write, as it is soluble in hot water. We got the answer. See the next one. Barium chloride solution is mixed with sodium sulfate solution. BaCl2 plus Na2SO4. What will be the product of the reaction? You will be getting barium sulfate. Along with that, sodium chloride also will be formed. Correct? Yes. So, what is the observation of the reaction they are asking? We know that barium sulfate is a white precipitate. But in addition to that, you can add one extra point. What is that? It's a white precipitate insoluble in all mineral acid, you should write. Okay, it won't be soluble in dilute nitric acid also, dilute hydrochloric acid also. Got it? So you should remember that also. We got the answer. See the next one. A few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid is added to silver nitrate solution followed by the addition of ammonium hydroxide solution. Easy, write and find out. See, this is AgNO3. To that, we are adding hydrochloric acid. What will be the product of the reaction? You will be getting silver chloride. Along with that, nitric acid also will be formed. So, how to write the observation of the reaction? A white precipitate, that is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution, you should write. Got it, no? Yes. Now, see this one. Distinguish between the following pairs of compound using the test given within brackets. Dilute sulfuric acid and dilute hydrochloric acid using barium chloride solution. So, you have provided with dilute sulfuric acid H2SO4 and hydrochloric acid also. We are going to test it with barium chloride solution. Okay, all these are colorless solution, right? So how you will come to know whether the solution is dilute sulfuric acid or dilute hydrochloric acid? You are adding barium chloride to both the solution, right? See, hydrochloric acid and barium chloride solution won't react at all. Anions present in them are same only. It won't react at all. Okay, so in this case, no reaction you can write. But if you are adding barium chloride solution to sulfuric acid, what will happen? You will be getting a white precipitate of barium sulfate, which is insoluble in mineral acid, you should write. Got it, no? So we can distinguish between these two by that method. Read the next one. By the addition of only one solution, how would you distinguish between dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute nitric acid? Write and see. They are asking about hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, HNO3. See, in this kind of question, answer will be there in the question itself. Okay. How can you find it out? See, this is chloride and this is nitrate. This is the positive ion present in both acids are same only, hydrogen ion only. So, you will have to think about the anion part. See, one should react and another one should not react. So, which will be the appropriate solution? Think about any nitrate. Okay, so that is AgNO3. Correct, no? If you are adding silver nitrate solution to dilute nitric acid, anion part is same, no? So, they won't react with each other. Correct, no? Whereas, silver nitrate solution is added to hydrochloric acid. What will be the reaction? Immediately, you will be getting a white precipitate and nitric acid also will be formed. And do you want to speak more about silver chloride? It is a white precipitate that is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution, you should write. So that will make your answer beautiful. Read this question. A compound which is insoluble in cold water but soluble in excess of ammonia solution. Compound that is insoluble in cold water means that's the reason it is appearing in the form of a precipitate. Correct? No? That is insoluble substance they are telling. Right? But soluble in excess of ammonia solution. Which is that compound they are asking. We have learned about 3. Okay, out of that, which one is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution? Answer is silver chloride. Got it? Yes. Then, a few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid is added to silver nitrate solution followed by the addition of ammonium hydroxide solution. What is the observation of the reaction they are asking? We discussed this, right? No? Yeah. So write and see. Hydrochloric acid is also there. Silver nitrate solution is also there. Repeatedly you are getting questions. Okay, yeah. Silver chloride also and nitric acid also will be formed. Now only we have told, yeah, silver chloride is a white precipitate that is soluble in excess of ammonia solution or ammonium hydroxide solution you should write. Easy. Now see this question. This is a 2017 paper question. How will you distinguish between dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid using lead nitrate solution? Okay, so dilute hydrochloric acid is given and dilute sulfuric acid is also given. We are going to add lead nitrate solution to both. So what is going to happen? We should write first. Okay, write and see. Hydrochloric acid and lead nitrate is reacting together to form lead chloride. Along with that, nitric acid will be formed, whereas sulfuric acid and lead nitrate is reacting together to form lead sulfate, PbSO4, and then HNO3 will be forming. Correct? No? Yes. But here the problem is that lead chloride is a white precipitate, whereas lead sulfate is also a white precipitate. In both the cases, you will be getting white precipitates. Then how we will come to know which one is hydrochloric acid and which one is sulfuric acid? What we will do? After getting the precipitate, we will heat the test tube. Okay, then what will happen to lead chloride? We said that lead chloride is a white precipitate that is insoluble in cold water but soluble in hot water. When you are heating the test tube, this lead chloride disappears or it will become soluble in that solution. Whereas lead sulfate, if you are heating the test tube also, the precipitate will remain as such only. It will remain insoluble in hot water also and cold water also. Easy. Okay, see, we have discussed only 3 points about lead chloride, barium sulfate, and then silver chloride. But you have answered these many questions, right? Keep on working hard. See you in the next video.